welcome back. Today I want to talk about praying with gratitude. I like to pray in the car as I'm going to work, and I only go to work like once a week, so that's my time. Sometimes I'll do it in bed, sometimes I'll be sitting in the living room, I'll light a little candle, and then I'll pray. But you know what I've noticed? I'm not a very good prayer. I actually just talk to God like I'm talking to a friend, and that's really not the way you want to pray. You have to pray with gratitude, and it's because you don't want to focus on the things that you don't have. And usually when we're praying, we're asking for something to be done. And you want to actually be thankful and show gratitude for what you already do have. When I was young, this was my first experience of really experiencing what the power of prayer was. And we used to have these races in grade school, and I was a pretty fast runner. It was me and these two other girls, and we would always be first or second place. It just depended on the day. And so anyway, this was the actual end of the year field day, and my two things that I entered. One was a long jump because I had very long legs, and then the other one was this race. And so I remember I prayed to God and I said, God, please, I want to win this race. I want to win. I want to come in and I want to be number one. And the girl that I was racing against, her name was Gina. Gina Perry was her name. And so the day of the race comes, and I did really good in the long jump. I think I actually got first place in that one. But I didn't really care so much about that one. I wanted to be the fastest runner. I wanted to be number one. And so we go and we do the race, and I actually came in second. But you know what? Gina and I became fast friends ever since that moment of the race, because I guess we didn't quite really know each other, and the race actually is something that bonded us. And so I think what God really was trying to prove by giving me something better was that you don't always know what his plan is going to be. So rather than saying, I want to be number one, I want to win the race, I probably should have prayed, I don't know the outcome of this race. Obviously, I'd like to win, but if there's something better that you want me to have, please grace it upon me, and I will be very grateful. That's probably what I should have said, but I didn't. But do you see what I mean about praying with gratitude? I never would have had her as a friend if all I really wanted was to win the race. I mean, it's kind of empty when you think about it. Wouldn't you rather have this fabulous, great friend, even though we ended up going to different schools the next, in a couple of years, so we weren't the closest of friends for that very long, but I think that's more important than just winning a race. And I try very hard to remind myself about that when I do pray, because like I said, I just sort of talk to God like I was talking to a friend. But try to pray with gratitude, because it does make a difference. God has a plan for you that you know nothing about. There's so many things that you couldn't even imagine or predict. Don't you love it when you have a friend and you can sit there and say to them, do you remember 4 years ago what you were thinking, what you were dealing with, what you were going through, those difficult times, and then look to the now, where you are right now and what you have going on in your life right now. It's like night and day. You can't actually sit there in prayer and go, I want this and this and this, because what he has planned for you is so much better. And it's hard to actually take that in, but you've got to believe it. And you got to start praying with gratitude. Dear God, thank you so much for this wonderful neighborhood that I live in. Thank you so much for this wonderful man that I have in life. Thank you so much for this family that I have in my life that teaches me tolerance, and this job in my life that teaches me patience, etc., etc. So you know what to do now next time you pray. You got to pray with gratitude. There are wonderful things out there waiting for you. Don't be too specific, because then you're only going to feel let down if it doesn't come true. And your negativity is going to force you to miss the beauty and the positivity of what he has in plan for you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, please share with friends. I really want to spread this message. You got to pray with gratitude. God has a plan that is so much better than your own. Trust it, believe it. What is it that, damn, that Kim Zolciak says? Ask, believe, receive. That's a good one. Ask, believe, and receive. Pray with gratitude. Thanks for watching. Bye.